there's some of the lamas that are of the belief that there were four books written with Master Rabbi Jesus and the Essenes, and some of us, of which Master Lama Rasaji is in agreement, there were six actually books written from Jesus's hand about the Essenes and his journey. The other thing is, so today we have a nice pit pat about that and argue from time to time, friendly argument about what that was and how that was done. But what we also, I want you to understand is that when did Jesus actually start to write? So you might want to write this down. The moment he begins to leave the Far East, John the Beloved, which is his friend that was on the journey, begins to write more, that we only see one or two gospels and wording from John the Beloved, but there was actually a half a dozen. He was like his personal secretary, and Jesus begins to recite things that he wants John to write down. At campsites during the night on the way back from the Far East to Judea, Jesus begins to start to write his first words that were from the journey of his training. Why would he do that? Well, the first two books that we argue about have to do with Jesus's first two books to the Essenes is for them. He's not there with them. The other four books we rightfully agree on were written in the presence of the Essenes. So the two that are under, which I find very interested, are the two that are actually on the journey from the Far East. Which, why are they important? They prove the journey. It's a recording of history of our Lord, what he did from India all the way back to Judea. I would think that would be important, right?
They don't want people to know that because they don't want people to step into their power. And it's amazing. I was a Catholic up until the time I was 13 years old, and then I got baptized. I've said this before, in front of almost 10,000 people at Trinity Gospel Temple in Canton, Ohio, and Christianity. Then there's a lot of different names, Baptist, all this stuff. But always was demonizing meditation. Always was demonizing frequency. Always was demonizing signs in the heavens. Always was demonizing yoga. Always was demonizing. And the reason why is they don't want you to know what Christ did, because they don't want you to follow those steps and free yourself and step into your power where these people have no control of you. That, you know what I'm finding out? We said this the other day, Master Lama Rasaji. There's certain people, and it's certain people that they get jittery when they get around you. You and me, both of us together, it's like they're in the hot seat. They're, oh my gosh, what did I, and then it's like, no, next thing you know, they start spilling their guts and they're telling us everything about all of their things, right? It's like you put the Wonder Woman lasso around them and got them. Folks, the more closer you get and the more grounded you get. And that's why this 45-day challenge is so important, because it's not just any one thing. It's the combination of all of it that will show you that. And just go to the testimonials underneath it and read these testimonials that we're getting. The Creator told us to make it free, right? And then, of course, we have a private one that gives you 8 hours more of Master Lama Rasaji and all that. But we're bringing in the people. You're going to see the join button next week, where the only thing you're going to be able to get into, start off with us, is the 45-day challenge in the community with all of the material you need, including the documentation. It's all in there now. You can join now, but we're making it much easier. It's going to be the one-time focus. And then if people feel in their hearts that they want to give some tithing to the Lama, Master Lama Rasaji, and they want more of his time and they want to be in his energy. I love being in his energy. Some people get nervous about being in his energy, and rightfully so. Me, I love it. I absorb it. I soak it up. but I also been doing this for 30 years. Okay. Master Lama Rasaji will tell you, I'm not the normal person, but how did I do it? I've been dedicating myself to it. Not that I've been 100% perfect with it, but I'm dedicating myself to it. And you need to do that, because if you think this year was wild, 2021, get ready to see 2022, because it's going to be a lot more wild than that.